we are joined now by the Klitschko brothers, the mayor of Kiev, Vitaly Klitschko, there with us. Thank you both very much indeed for joining us. And Vitaly, just tell us what is going on in Kiev at present. We've seen Russian forces outside your city and air raid sirens going off constantly.
Right now, it's the Russian forces, tanks and technic move from Belarus to Kiev. Yes, of course, the target in this war in capital of Ukraine, Kiev, and that's why right now they move from north and from east to Kiev, more soldiers. And today was a little bit quiet here. No shellings, no
like yesterday.
Like yesterday, but we expect it's every minute can starting again, and yeah, it's people very nervous, but I am very surprised how patriotic people are right now in Ukraine. Right now, I go to the blog post and see the people with different profession. One of them, doctors, another one, actor. Anyone can expect they take in one day the weapons in hand. Right now, they proud to fight for his houses, for his city, for to defend the families. We doesn't have another choice. Russians explain information here in Ukraine, Nazis, nationalists, and some people who need the help, but nobody can fight these people. Who is Nazis right now? It's the Russians, because they killed civilians, they killed Ukrainians, they came to our country, to our homes. And that's why in Kiev right now, huge movement for civil defense. Line hours long, young people stay to take the weapons and to be the part of civil defense in our city.
And if I can ask your brother, Vladimir, are you both going to stay and fight no matter what? You're not tempted to try and escape?
I'm sorry, where should we go? This is our home. Our parents buried here. Children going to school here. Where else? I mean, why should we flee? This is our home. What should you do? Or what would you do if someone gets into your house? So you defend it. What else?
And Vitaly, obviously a lot of people have been calling for more help from NATO, but we know the fears around NATO getting involved to stop, the planes flying overhead. What is your view now on that?
Every world have to be involved. It's just war not against Ukraine. It's a war against whole civilian world, and it's war against democracy, because Ukraine have the direction to be modern European democratic country, and everything what happens here. We need support from whole world, because it's a challenge for whole modern society.
Are you getting enough? Are you getting enough ammunition and weapons coming into Kiev? And what about food and water? Those sort of supplies too.
It's never enough. It's never enough. Yes, we're starting to get it, but it's never enough. It's just a huge demand, because infrastructure is partially destroyed by the shelling that is happening all over the country in the different cities. And it's absolutely not enough. And we definitely need support and help, financial support, military equipment support, medical support. I mean, this country is in the war, and without support of you guys, and the world. We will fight, but you know what? It's much better if we have allies like you guys, and we're just fighting for, as my brother said, democracy and our choice. So we have made the choice where Ukraine want to go, and terrible events happened in the past 6 days. Horrible events, horrible, where civilians, men, women dying, and actually, I'm proud of our men and women that are ready to defend the country for their future, for future of their children. It's actually amazing to observe.
And Vitaly, it must be absolutely horrific to be where you are, but we see the bravery of you and so many others. What is it possible to say what it's like for you day in, day out and at night time? Because obviously we know that the Russian forces are massed outside the city and they have huge strength potentially.
During the day, I'm responsible for whole critical infrastructure of Kyiv, gas, electricity, water, heating. And during the night, it's 24 hours work. And during the night, 3, 4, 5 times we go to the bunkers because bombing alarm every night. And not the people right now in Ukraine and Syria live week long in the bunker without service, without nothing. The children born there already, and situation is very critical. But the reason is the idea of one man who sit in Moscow to rebuild Soviet Empire or Russian Empire. We don't want to go to Russia Empire. We see our future as part of European family, democratic, modern Ukraine.
We hear your plea for more help also from your brother Vladimir, for food, for ammunition, for water. Do you think Europe or NATO should be doing airdrops? I mean, how can you get more support?
Definitely, we need weapons. We need more weapons because we stay in front of the strongest army in the world, and but they demotivate. They demotivate because they feel they aggressors win the home. But without help of another countries, it's very difficult to survive. And that's why thank you very much for everyone who participate in the fight for Ukraine.
Specifically speaking, sanctions on one hand. On the other hand, obviously, you can just ban athletes, sporting teams, as FIFA and UEFA did it, Formula One did it, and many other organizations, just to put pressure on Putin and his aggression in the war that he started in Ukraine. So with all of this and much more to come, hopefully we can stop it sooner than later.
Stop communication with Russia.
Stop receiving flights from Russia. I mean,
stop business with Russia because they invest the money not for his economy, not for the people. Invest the money to the army, and after that we have result like in Ukraine. The army killed civilian.
Can I also ask you? I don't know whether you've seen this news where you are, but there's been some concern from the UN nuclear watchdog about the nuclear power facilities. And they are hoping to have some negotiation. Oh, I don't know, we've lost that picture, sadly, I think. Have you come back? Sorry, we just lost you. There was some expression of concern. Are you worried about nuclear power plants being hit and any danger from radiation escaping or from the Russians, taking over those power plants?
Everything is possible. We are not. It can happen anytime.
No one thought that actually this war would be started. There were some calls on it before, but no one really believed, kinda. And here we go.